About 40 years ago, Ishmael Wadada Leo Smith conceived a music language dubbed Ankara-Spatian. He's laboured on 10 Freedom Summers, his magnum opus charting the civil rights struggle, ever since. The full work runs beyond 7 hours with accompanying video art. However, his target audience is the common man, and his festival selections have local significance. Emmett Till dwells on the Chicago-born teenager murdered in 1955, and JFK nods to the city's Irish population via the Kennedy legacy. Memphis-born saxophone sage Charles Lloyd doesn't know the meaning of the word jaded and attempts to channel spirits at every turn. His signature, unforced, mellifluous style has proved impossible to plagiarize, so you have to hear him do it. Given Bill Frisell's similarly inimitable concept on guitar, it's surprising the two haven't worked together more. Artist-in-residence, drummer-percussionist Hamid Drake has long associated with bassist William Parker and shares Louisiana roots with veteran saxist Kid Jordan. The three recorded Palm of Soul in New York shortly after Jordan's house was destroyed by Katrina. A track from that record, Last of the Chicken Wings, with Drake on frame drum and Parker on guimbre and gongs, featured in the TV series Treme. Joining them will be Cooper Moore, whose intuitive approach to the piano and concoction of homemade percussion and stringed instruments defies categorization. A protege of panoptic pianist Jackie Bayard, Jason Moran has wide open ears, seeking collaboration with such singular artists as Bunky Green, Lee Konitz, and Chicago's own Von Freeman. No great surprise then, after his refreshing investigation of Thelonious Monk, that he's delved further back to Fats Waller. True to the source, Moran hasn't made his tribute to larger-than-life Waller a stuffy affair. The Harlem Stride era meets hip-hop and musique concrète through reinventions of Your Feet's Too Big, Honeysuckle Rose, plus archived testimony from Waller himself, all delivered while Moran fronts his septet sporting a giant cigarette-chomping mask of Fats. Unmissable. To witness the fascinating cross-pollination of cutting-edge Chicago jazz with its Scandinavian counterpart, skip Scundy Brunch and head to Millennium Park to check Faust Citizens, The Engines and Atomic, three groups populated by the finest edge-surfing musicians anywhere. Atomic's trumpeter Magnus Brew sporadically sounds like Louis Armstrong on the group's recent Here Comes Everybody. Fast Citizen cornetist Josh Berman is well acquainted with forgotten Chicago Dixieland hero Jimmy McPartland. If you like your saxophonist brawny and brainy, look no further than Atomic's Friedrich Lundqvist, or The Engine's criminally underrated Dave Rempis.
Festival season soldiers on this weekend as the 35th annual Jazz Festival hits the Millennium Park area and North Coast goes down at Union Park. North Coast started in 2010, and even though it's still fairly new to this city's festival landscape, the organizers put together a strong lineup. There are a handful of great hip-hop acts playing this year, including Danny Brown and Nas, but at the top of my list is Wu-Tang Clan. Cash rules everything around me. The New York group is rap royalty, and even though Wu-Tang's live shows have reportedly become quite messy in recent years, I have high hopes for this performance, largely because Wu-Tang will be performing its debut 1993 album, with 36 Chambers, in full. The group is slated to play the album on the upcoming Rock the Bells tour with a hologram of Old Dirty Bastard, who died in 2004, and I hope Hologram ODB makes an appearance at North Coast.
Oh, dirty bastard, live and uncut.
Canadian electronic pop duo Purity Ring are also high up on my list of acts to see. The band makes enchanting cosmic slow jams with stuttering rap beats, and frontwoman Megan James sings in a gorgeous, gentle coo that gives the music a swirling romantic energy. Purity Ring also has an immersive stage setup as the band travels with an army of lights that are triggered by the music as it's being performed, and it's quite dazzling to watch. Further down on the lineup is L1011, a duo out of LA that makes instrumental post-rock using a lot of looping. The band's songs are beautifully detailed, precisely executed, and quite easy to dance to as well. One of the band's best songs is called Jumping Frenchman of Maine, which uses a gnarly sawed-off guitar riff that sounds like it's been processed through a synthesizer and makes it the foundation of a dance tune that will definitely go over well with North Coast attendees seeking out EDM sets. And there are a handful of great local rap acts on the bill, with Psalm 1 performing with Rhyme School and Pugs Adams teaming up with Ill Legit for a set, but I'm particularly interested in catching Probcause.
Okay, off top I'm flexing, Midwest I'm repping.
He recently released a mixtape called The Recipe Volume 2, which showcases his tight, springy flow and his charismatic energy. He sounds great rapping over dance pop and boom bap tracks on Recipe Volume 2, and that'll serve him well at North Coast.
Plans I'm just betting, my mind needs some cleansing. Well, leave this shit alone.